First of all, I would like to thank everyone for being here today to attend such an important and special event. I'm beyond humbled and honored to have been given the opportunity to be at the SJS Awareness Oregon Car Show here in Klamath Falls. I hope that you all realize how much of a difference you make in this world, in the SJS world, by being here today. I could not continue without thanking Nicole and her parents for making me feel so cared for and right at home. Nicole, you have inspired and you inspire me every day. Meeting you in person for the first time felt like a piece of me came together as I continue to heal and process what I've endured as a kid, just like you have. Thank you for being a true light in this world, leading by example, and for pouring so much love in the world around you. Before we get started, I would like for us all to unite and observe a moment of silence to honor our friends that have lost their battle to SJS. Together, let's continue to show them and all the current patients and survivors that we did not suffer in vain. Thank you. This poem verse has changed my life, and today I would like to share with you all. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. This quote is from the poem Invictus by William Ernest Henley. Over the years, I have found a lot of power and strength through these words, which helped me overcome many challenges, even the ones that seemed unconquerable. I'm here today to show you that us, as human beings, I'm here today to show you that as human beings, what happens to us does not define us. What defines us is how we overcome and respond to our circumstances. My name is Chaix, and I'm an SJS survivor. I was born in Paris, France. My very first day on this earth, I was taught that I was going to fight for my life. For the right to be on this earth. Because yes, being alive is a true gift that none of us should take for granted. I was born prematurely at 7 months. My lungs were too small for me to breathe on my own, but I knew that I had a lot of things to live and accomplish in this world, and I was going to put up a fight. After spending a couple months in the hospital, I was finally ready to take on the world and find my true purpose in life. I will forever be thankful that I was able to find my true passion at an early age. I began playing ice hockey when I was 4 years old. After the first time I stepped on the ice, I looked up at my mom and I told her, "This is what I want to do with the rest of my life." She smiled and said, "Okay." Unfortunately, my hockey career had to be put on hold very rapidly. After a normal school day, I came home and I was feeling very tired, flu-like symptoms. That night, I went to the ER, nobody could tell what was going on. And then the next morning, I woke up covered in blisters, head to toe. It took the hospital where I was hospitalized at 3 weeks to figure out that I was affected by Stevens-Johnson syndrome. I was then airlifted to the burn unit in Paris. I was diagnosed with toxic epidermal necrolysis, which is the highest branch of the disease. I was covered in burns over 80% of my body to the second degree, and I was told by a doctor that I was not going to make it. When the doctor told me that and my mom, I looked at my mother, I said, "Mom, don't cry, it's all good. You know, one day I'll be in North America and I'll be playing hockey. This is what I want to do." Keeping that mindset really allowed me to continue to move forward and take it one day at a time, because I was aware of my circumstances, but I also knew what I wanted to accomplish. Let's see what we got here. So yeah, I knew I was going to make it. It was my only option. I had promised myself and my family that one day I'd play hockey in North America and follow my dreams of one day playing in the NHL. I've been fortunate enough to do that and travel the world, and today I can proudly say that I'm a professional hockey player. As the years moved on, I transferred to Missouri State to play hockey, and I was in a great place in my life, and I felt a lot of survivor's guilt. I couldn't really look at myself in the mirror knowing that I am healthy. You know, I endured what I endured, but I'm living a life and I get to chase my dreams every day. But so many people are left with no answers, and they're still suffering in the hospital, and I couldn't just continue to live my life like that. I needed to get involved. One day I was rollerblading on campus with my teammates, and I looked at one of them and I'm like, "Hey, it'd be crazy to rollerblade across America." And he looks at me, he's like, sure, it'd be nice, but you can't do that. And I got home, I was showering, and I'm like, I need to do this, but I need to find a reason why. And I realized that us as human beings, we tend to forget what we go through. We normalize it, and we don't give ourselves enough credit. And I was like, well, hello, you survived a really rare condition. Why don't you get involved? And from there, it just took off. I was set to skate across the United States to show people that when you have an idea and you stick with it, everything's possible. And I wanted to show other patients and other survivors that things can get better. So here I was almost a year ago. I began my journey from Venice Beach in California all the way to Times Square, New York City. I covered 2,902 miles in 45 days. My team and I were able to set a world record for the fastest time across America on skates. And I was fortunate enough to have a team of producers who have created a documentary that we will be releasing in theaters and Netflix and Hulu to spread more awareness. What's really exciting about this documentary is that some of the proceeds will be donated to Vanderbilt University for research for the life of the movie. So we're currently looking for sponsors and investors to help us finish the editing of the documentary, and once that's done, everything will be released. There's many ways you can spread awareness, whether it's just a conversation with somebody, educating them on the disease. It can go a really long way. I want Nicole and I to serve as a reminder that anything's truly possible. When you follow your dreams, you bet on yourself, you put in the work and never take no for an answer. I know it sounds very cliche, but it's true. We tend to look for the secret recipe for success, but I can promise you that it lays right before our eyes. Life is a true gift, and the only moment that we have is now. Let's continue to lead with love and find impactful ways to make our world a better place, because it's all up to us. When I embarked on my journey, I was told, alone you'll go fast, but with the right people around you, you'll go really far, which was great because I was going 3,000 miles. The power that we have together is greater than any misfortune or adversity we can face as individuals. When you go to bed tonight, take a second, look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, who am I and what is it that I want to accomplish in this life? Once you find these answers, never look back and go all in. I hope that you'll find the strength to get started. The worst thing we can do is to wait to have all the answers to act on our wildest adventures. You know, they say, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Just get started. You'll learn along the way and you'll be extremely surprised on how far you'll go. My name is Chaix, and just like you, I am the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul.